orphans' silent plea for bread. The sun beat down on the cracked earth, not with warmth, but with a cruel, burning indifference. 7-year-old Zayan pulled the coarse rope of the well, his small muscles screaming with every haul. Beside him, his 5-year-old sister, Amira, carefully balanced a smaller, dented pot. They had been up since before dawn. First, it was the damp stench of the buffalo shed, where they fed the cattle before their own empty stomachs could protest. Then came the endless scrubbing of the tiled floor, the washing of Aunt Zarina's piles of clothes by the riverbank, and the agonizing, long walk to the village convoy well to fetch water. Their reward for this relentless labor was a single ladle of watery lentil soup, if they were lucky, and a constant barrage of sharp words and, often, a stinging blow from Zarina's cane. "Hurry up, you lazy good-for-nothings!" And Zarina's voice was a grating sound that lived in their ears. "If that water spills, you'll sleep with the buffaloes tonight." Their mother, their sweet, soft-voiced mother, had been gone 6 months now. With her death, the color had drained from their world, leaving behind a monochrome existence of hunger and fear. The worst part was the gnawing hunger, a constant pain that made their small bodies feel hollow. That afternoon, having not eaten since a tiny scrap of bread the previous night, the hunger was unbearable. While Zarina took her midday nap, the children slipped out the back door, barefoot and silent, drawn by a desperate, familiar ache. They walked to the edge of the village, to the small, dusty graveyard where their mother lay beneath a simple mound of mud and stone. Zayan sank to his knees beside the grave, Amira immediately collapsing into his lap. He didn't cry first. He simply laid his head against the cool earth, as if trying to hear her heartbeat. Then the dam broke. Amira sobbed, a high-pitched, thin sound that tore through the silence. Zayan put his hand on the mound, his voice cracking with a pain no child should ever know. "Mama," he whispered, "I'm so hungry, Mama. The pain, it won't go away." Amira started rocking back and forth, hitting the ground softly with her tiny fists. Her small voice was a broken plea. "Mama, please, we need a roti," she begged. "Just one small piece of roti. Zarina didn't give us any food. My tummy is empty. Don't you have any bread for us, Mama? Please, wake up and give us a roti." Zayan pulled her close, tears streaming down his face as he looked up at the indifferent sky. "She makes us work, Mama. Cleaning, washing, and the buffaloes, she hits me when I'm slow. We miss you, Mama. We just want you to come back and feed us." They lay there, 2 small figures clinging to the earth, begging the silent soil for the nourishment their cruel aunt denied them. The only response was the whisper of the wind, a cruel reminder that only stones lay beneath them, and not the loving hands that once held them. They had to go back. The fear of Zarina's wrath was a stronger force than even the pain of hunger. As they turned away, Zayan looked back at the grave, his eyes full of a haunting maturity. He knew, with a certainty that chilled him to his core, that the earth offered no bread, and their survival depended only on enduring the dark house they had to call home. Friends, the silent plea of Zayan and Amira at that cold grave is not just a story. It is a mirror reflecting the harsh realities of our world. We often take the simplest blessings for granted, the warmth of a home, a plate full of food, and the comfort of a loving hand. This tragedy teaches us 2 vital lessons. Lesson 1, the power of gratitude. When Zayan and Amira begged for a roti at a graveside, it put our own lives into sharp perspective. The next time you sit down for a meal, pause. Recognize the tremendous gift of that food, that safety, and that moment of peace. Gratitude is the foundation of inner peace and resilience. Lesson 2, the responsibility of humanity. We may not know Zayan and Amira personally, but their story asks a difficult question. Are we paying attention? Cruelty thrives in silence. If you see neglect, injustice, or suffering in your community, do not be a silent spectator. Your kindness, your voice, and your willingness to help can be the bread that saves someone's life, or the light that guides a desperate soul. Let us carry the memory of Zayan and Amira, not just as a sadness, but as a burning reminder to be better, to be kinder, and to always be grateful for the small miracles we call everyday life.